Hi. Now let's talk about notes which are called ledger lines. Ledger lines are notes that are written below um, the clefs, or let's say between the two clefs, the bass clef and treble clef, and above the treble clef and below the bass clef. Now, if the notes are written below the treble clef, here between the two clefs, then you count down from E. Here's E. The next line down will be C. So naturally in between would be D, like I have here. So you have E, C, A, F, E, G, B, D. Now, this A on the instrument, on the tone, would be the same tone that you have here, the top line of the bass clef. This F is the same note as this F. The reason that they have ledger lines is there because the composer wants to show you that these notes are part of a treble clef theme that continues into the bass notes, but he wants to show you that it's all part of one line. So when you're playing, you'll give those notes. You'll understand where those notes are coming from and why they're there. So let's play this, and you'll see how they sound. Okay, where is the? Okay, here it is. F, E, G, B, D. Again. E, C, A, F, E, G, B, D. Now, you have to learn to recognize these notes quickly. And they're hard to read when you're playing, so you have to really look carefully to see what line it's on and what space it's on. Now, we're going to go to the next group. In the next lesson, we'll go to the next group. But just to give you an overall idea of how it works, which these are notes above the bass clef. A, C, E, G, A, F, D, B. Now, if they're see, these notes are written above the bass clef, so you count up from the high line of the bass clef, which is A. Then we go to the next, which are the notes above the treble clef. F, A, C, E, F, D, B, G. And then the notes below the bass clef, which is, here we are at G, E, C, A, G, B, D, F. So you see how it works? If the notes are below the bass clef, you count down from the lowest line of the bass clef. If they're above the treble clef, then you count up from the highest line in the treble clef, which is F. if they're above the bass clef, you count up from the highest line in the bass clef. So, you just start on A here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and then so on. It's really very simple. The thing is that you have to juggle this in your mind very quickly when you're reading notes. When you're playing a piece, you can't sit around and, take a calculator and, like try to figure it out. You have to know them. So memorize this, and let's just play this one more time here. See how the notes are going down, the pitches? E, that's this E, B, D. Now above, A, C, E, G is the same G all the way up here, see? A, F, G, B. Now up here is F, A, C, E, F, D, B, G. In the bass, we have G, E, C, A, G, B, D,